We know Liverpool had a great 2018-19 Premier League season, but finished as runner-ups. But just how good was it? Enough to be the best season of the history? Well, let's find out. Liverpool at the time had 18 league titles, the second team with the most titles in England. But they had never won the Premier League, and their last Division 1 title was in 1990, 30 years ago. This team managed 97 points and didn't win the league. It's incredible. But just how incredible it really was. We had some digging to do, and here's what we found out. Let's start that season and go back in time. In 2018-19, they've played 38 matches and had 97 points, averaging 2.553 points per match. Looking all the way to the start of the English Premier League in 92, we can see that the 2018-19 season was their most dominant season in the last 27 years. But no big surprise there, right? As they've never won the title during this time. So let's continue to the season of 81-82, when the 3 points for a win was introduced. During this time, they won the league 6 times, but never with the domination that the 2018-19 team had. To continue, we can't use the official total points per season, as from now on they used to count only 2 points for a win, and that wouldn't work with the points per match average that we use. But we can't stop here, can we? So we will adapt. From now on, we will recount the wins and draws, so it matches the modern 3-point win format. So could they have been the most dominant Liverpool team in the last 50 years? Yes, more titles, but still not as dominant. So maybe since World War II? Still the best. So since World War I? Yep, only one season above 2 points per match in this period, making this runner-up team at least the best of the last 100 years. Alright, there's just one more milestone. Since Liverpool was founded in 1892? No, well, yes. You see, we had to come to Liverpool's second year of existence to have a season with a higher points per match. The season of 1893-94 with 2.571 points per match. But that season was a Division 2 season, and we can't really compare that, can we? Especially because in the following season, in Division 1, they had 0.967 points per match and were relegated, showing how big the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2 leagues really are. So, to be factually correct, the Liverpool's runner-up team of 2018-19 is the most dominant Liverpool team of the history in the Tier 1 league. Or, just to keep it simple, the most dominant Liverpool team of the last 125 years. Whichever you prefer. Let's have a look at the top 10 Liverpool Tier 1 seasons. So that's it. The most dominant Liverpool season is from a runner-up team. But we're not finished yet. We only compared Liverpool with Liverpool. What if we compare it to other Premier League champions? With a season like that, 2.553 points per match, how many seasons in history would Liverpool be a champion? Okay, right off the bat, we know that they wouldn't be champions every year prior to that season. Man City in 2017-18 had the best season in the Premier League era, the only team to reach 100 points. this team became known as the Centurions. So, 2 seasons in and they wouldn't be champions. But don't get your hopes down. These last seasons, we've all been spoiled by some of the best football in English league history. You see. Okay, let's go to the start of the century. Looking better now. 17 out of 19 seasons, they would be champions. Even beating the 03-04 Arsenal's Invincibles, the only undefeated champion of the Premier League era. Let's jump to the start of the Premier League, 1992. 25 out of 27. To 1981, the start of the 3 points per win. 36 out of 38. Again, the numbers were looking too good, we couldn't stop here, so we crunched the numbers of the English Division 1 champions before 81 and converted to 3 points per win. So, for the last 50 seasons, 48 out of 50 times they would be champions. Let's continue to 100 years ago, just after World War I and missing a few seasons because of World War II. They would win 91 out of 93. To the year Liverpool was founded, 1892, 114 out of 116. They would beat all 18 Liverpool Division 1 champions in history. Okay, last stop, to the start of English Football League, the first football league in the world, 1888. Finally, another team that was more dominant, Preston North End. In the first ever English Football League season, the original Invincibles, the only team to win the league and the FA Cup in the same year without losing a match. In fact, they won the FA Cup without conceding a single goal. So there you go, 117 out of 120 seasons, Liverpool would be champions. That's 97.5% of all seasons in history. To drive the point home, have a look at the top 10 most dominant English champions of all time. Preston North End leading, with Guardiola's Man City behind in 2 consecutive years. 3 Chelsea teams, a Sunderland team from the 1800s, 2 Man United teams, and Arsenal's Invincibles taking the 9th place by goal difference per match. Now, let's have a look at the top 10 most dominant English teams of all time. Yeah, only one runner-up, and in 4th place. Now we know just how good that team really was. I'll leave this here for a while, just look at it. They had been waiting for a title for 30 years. Had the 4th best season in English football history, and they didn't win. Well, this year they won, and the wait is over. If you enjoyed the video, share it with your Liverpool friends and leave a like. It's a great way to support the channel, we are just starting. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time.